Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. We have ourselves even more breaking news in what has already been the craziest NFL offseason that I can ever remember. Tyreek Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs, in a shocking but yet quick turn of events, no longer a member of the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are trading the six-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins for 5 total draft picks, which will include this year's number 29 overall and number 50 overall, as well as a 4th round pick, and then another 4th and 6th round pick in the 2023 draft. He's going to end up getting a new contract. He's going to end up being the highest paid wide receiver in all of football. And now things are getting a little bit interesting in Miami. We know they went through a coaching change. They brought in Mike McDaniel from San Francisco. But look at what we have right here for the Miami Dolphins. This team is looking pretty scary. You got Devontae Parker, Fantasy Bigfoot. Now we add in Tyreek Hill. You already had Jaylen Waddle. They brought in Cedric Wilson from Dallas. They just brought in offensive lineman Terron Armstead from the Saints. Connor Williams from the Cowboys. We have Mike Gesicki, who came back as well. This offense is built to win. And then they also added even more running backs, right? We got Chase Edmonds there. We got Raheem Mostert there. There are a ton of offensive weapons here in Miami to go out there and get things done. They're going to be very exciting to watch. And now, in my opinion, they are division contenders. Are they going to go out there and leapfrog the Buffalo Bills? No, we got to give the Bills enough respect to know that they're still the lead dog in this division. But now, all of a sudden, instead of having to worry about New England all the time, they're going to have to worry about the Miami Dolphins. The fantasy impact here for the Dolphins, I mean, I'm not going to say that it's huge, right? For Tyreek Hill, it's going to be a downgrade, right? Anytime you leave the Kansas City Chiefs offense where you're the number 1 wide receiver with Patrick Mahomes, it's really hard to kind of top that, right? And we've seen it over the years with Tyreek Hill. He's kind of been a perennial top 3, top 4 wide receivers in drafts. Now going to Miami, his fantasy stock is going to take a hit because there are so many other options around him, and we haven't really seen Tua be the type of quarterback to go out there and supply that many weapons. What makes Tua great at times is not being asked to do too much. Tua goes out there and throws the ball 25, 30 times a game, more than likely the Dolphins are going to win. We don't want Tua to be throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game. That's just not the type of quarterback that he translates to as of right now in the NFL. I'm not going to say he can't improve, but a lot of the upside for this team is going to depend on the arm of Tua Tagovailoa, but it's going to be super exciting. Devontae Parker, Jaylen Waddle was a name that we have loved here for a long time, and I kind of expected him to be a little bit somewhat Debo-ish in a smaller way here this coming up season, but now with the addition of Tyreek Hill, that's going to open up everything underneath for Jaylen Waddle because defenses know that Tyreek Hill can take the top off. So going to be super excited here for the Miami Dolphins. If you're a Dolphins fan right now, it's going to be fun to watch your team. Now, for the Chiefs, losing a Tyreek Hill is going to suck, right? I mean, you get back a ton of draft capital. I mean, you get back draft picks on draft picks on draft picks, in which they're probably going to look at the wide receiver position in this draft. It's a very deep position in this year's draft. They've also brought in Marquez Valdes-Scantling for a visit. Talk about a Tyreek Hill replacement. I'm not overly excited about that. What this does say is, Mecole Hardman, Juju Smith-Schuster, Travis Kelce, they're going to be the main beneficiaries of this move initially. Now, if they go out there and they load up, wide receivers in the draft and maybe get a couple of these studs that we've been talking about over on Headliner U, then yeah, some things can change. But as of right now, a lot of things up in the air with Kansas City, and it's super crazy. I mean, you usually don't see top-end wide receivers wanting to leave top-end quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, it was between the Jets and the Dolphins. I kind of see why. I mean, when you think about the Jets, it's still the Jets. But honestly, I'm a fan of Zach Wilson. I think that he's definitely going to improve, and I think overall, they would have won a few more games. But Tyreek Hill going to Miami, there's no state tax there, so he's going to make more money on an already huge contract, plus he's living in South Beach. I mean, come on, kind of hard to compete with that, but we wanted to make sure we got this news out to you as fast as possible. What do you think about Tyreek Hill here this year in 2022? When are you going to draft him in your fantasy drafts? Honestly, looking at it right now, going to take some time to there's been so many changes that it's kind of hard to keep up with all of them to kind of figure out where everybody's going to land. But as of right now, Tyreek Hill, he's going to be fringe top 10 for me at the wide receiver position just because there's so many mouths to feed, and it's a quarterback that we just don't know that he can supply that type of volume. But hey, the offensive line being improved, the running backs they brought in, going to be a ton of offense in Miami, and looking forward to that. You'll still have the occasional big play from Tyreek Hill. That's like his game. You just may not have it as often as we had it with one Patrick Mahomes. So looking forward to that. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Do you like this move? Do you find yourself scratching your head trying to figure out why did they do this? Why did it happen so quickly? I mean, we heard nothing about it until like this morning, and now the deal is done. Kind of crazy, and some crazy money going the way of Tyreek Hill. But leave those comments down below. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you haven't already, and consider subscribing because we got you covered with all things NFL all year long. And then we're going to dominate some fantasy football this year as well. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.